Hello, everybody. What is happening? My name is Sonia Marie, and today is Monday, January 9th, 2023. I pray you had a wonderful weekend, and I pray you smiled and laughed your ass off, even peed a little bit. That's always a good laugh when you can't hold your pee, when you got a fart in the middle of it. Laughter should be subscribed just like that. What is happening as everybody's rolling on in? I wanted to give one really quick announcement, and then we're going to jump on into this week. I will go ahead and read one lucky person and then go ahead and pull a card for the week. I haven't decided which deck I'm going to use today, so we'll see what Spirit says after this fun-filled half an hour or so. All right. Let me tell you real quick. I don't know if you know, but there is a January reading special that I'm throwing out there, and I'd love for y'all to get on it, especially those, may not have a couple of dollars to spare, or a couple more dollars to spare, and you'd like to jump on it. You want to hear what these eclipses are doing for you this week. I should say this year. There are there are four eclipses this week. Sonya, get it together. Mercury got me all fucked up in my throat, y'all. There are four eclipses this year, and they're all in four different signs. So I can't wait to give that eclipse special. Probably gonna be next week, y'all. I have a lot going on this week, but definitely gonna be next week. I'm gonna give an eclipse a 2023. I should start over. How about I go back and start over? I'll be right back, y'all. Oh my God, my throat, my thoughts. Mercury. This is an awesome workshop, or I should say informational testimonial workshop that I'm going to give here on YouTube next week. This week I have a lot going on, so I want to do that next week and tell y'all about the eclipses that are going down, what year this is in regards to Chinese astrology and all other things. I can't wait to share that information with y'all. Okay, let me get on off that subject and situation. Hey, if you want to book that reading, that specials reading only for January, the link is in the description box below this video, okay? You won't be able to see it right now, not unless you go to Instagram and you want to jump on it instantly. You can go over there and check the link in my bio, all right? Let me say what's up to the folks. Maybe y'all can give me some energy, because the sister's throat is all tango up at 11 with Keena. Keena's here. First one up. What up, cutie pie? What's going on, sweet tea? And hello, Dr. Lakshmi. What's popping with you, cutie? And Weissman is here. Jalil is here. D, how you doing, sweet, handsome Leo? You. What's going on, Angela Hill? And Jay Walker is here. Miss Reese 63. I haven't seen you in a minute. How you doing, honey bun? Maya is here. Danielle. Oh, what up, Dan? Jackie is here. Kimberly Sterling. Cicely. Am I glowing? I appreciate that. I took a shower today. That helps. What's up, Robin? And lovely Davis is here. Catherine Millett is here. What's up, Roxy? Grand day to you. Hi, Tim. What's happening, Rabbi Rob? And Mary Hill. Mary Hill, so goddamn cute, y'all. I wish y'all could see her face. She is the cutest Sag ever. What's going on, Angela Purdue? Happy New Year to you. And thank you, Kimberly Singletary, for letting Angela in the room. You know what I mean? Not letting her, but inviting her in the room. I appreciate that. Yo, let's get right on. And let me tell you, Angela Purdue, sometimes we go a little long here. So I understand if you got to go out and come back in, or you got to check out the recording later. I'm going to do my best to be a little brief today, because for some reason I'm all twisted up in the game with this Mercury retrograde happening. How was y'all's weekend? How did that full moon in Cancer treat you? Please talk among yourselves, or tell me in the comments, or in the comments afterwards, or in the comments right now. I'd really like to know. Because it was beautiful, for one. I know this much. We went to Nemo and Nettie and I went to, and Mystic went to Joshua Tree this weekend. And that full moon in Cancer, although we did spend some time inside because it was freezing, it was freaking cold. But the bottom line was, outside, I should say, when the full moon came out and I went outside, there was such a nourishing that she was given. Like, I felt like, and I know this is going to sound very poetic because I am a poet. Hi, you want to hear some of my music and my poetry? You can Google me for real, especially on well, here on YouTube. I got 2 albums of music and poetry. They're actually pretty bomb. Check it out. Check it out. But the bottom line is my poetry is this. It felt like that there was pouring, the moon was pouring milk on me. I felt nourished. I felt like it was mother's milk. I felt like it had extra douses of fucking zinc and potassium and vitamin this because it just felt so full. It was full, filling me up. At the same time, though, there was issues that were happening with certain people or women in my family. So I want to know if that's how it came up for you. You know, the moon, I said the moon deals with, did I just sound like I said, did anybody catch that? I felt like Yosemite Sam. Is that his name from God damn them cartoons? I said. That's exactly what I just did. Cancer energy is ruled by the moon. The moon, full moon, was in Cancer. So that means there is a big nourishing motherly feeling that comes over you from the moon. Even though I'm an astrologer, I did feel that thing like I described. Also, it deals with women in your family. So maybe something happened to some of the women in your family, something turned. And remember, Uranus was aspected to that full moon. So something could have come on as a surprise in regards to some of the women in your family, in regards to some of the emotions that had come up like really to the hilt and just blows. So I want to know how that came out for you, and how are you rectifying? Squirrel and not really. I want y'all to know this, right? And I was talking to Nemo and Nettie about this, and we actually touched on this last week too. Prayerfully, if I can recall, in preparation of that full moon in Cancer hitting that Uranus, even though it was favorable, it was still a little surprise of emotions that came up for anybody and everybody. And it's probably going to put you on the right track. That's the favorable part. But the bottom line to Cancer emotion, which may be spilling over into your day to day, is the fact that sometimes when that full moon in Cancer swells to in a space in which we can't handle it, because a lot of people can't handle emotions, right? It makes you kind of irresponsibly emotional. Like I was telling you just now, we were talking about that this week, and how people to just like shit on you and put their emotions on you and then go, "Ooh, I feel better. Let me go on. How you doing?" "Well, I'm kind of drained and fucked up since you done told me all about your damn toe and you lost your job and I think I need to go take a vacation now." That full moon in Cancer absolutely has people filling up in those ways in which, if you're not careful and you're not responsible, you can blah emotionally on everybody. That blah is a throw up, an upchuck, a vomit. That blah is really, really disgusting. And that's not love, and it's manipulation, and it's selfish. So I'm just letting y'all know. And the reason why I'm putting it on blast like that is because, and this is some real shit, we can't give people excuses any longer for acting and reacting emotionally in a way in which we can kind of understand it, because we've been immature at some point or another. So we go, "Oh, just give them a break. I remember doing that." No. Don't give nobody a break. I'm not saying be hard on them and choke them out, but I'm saying, can we call each other on our emotional immaturities? Only reason why I'm saying that, and get your feelings hurt while you're doing it, and while somebody is doing that for you. And the reason why I'm saying that, in all honesty, y'all, this is a download, is because there are some interesting changes in which I foresee. I am not a fortune teller. I am not anybody that will sit here and put money on the fact that X, Y, and Z is going to happen tomorrow, because we all co-create this situation, and you can decide to do whatever you want to do tomorrow against what it is Spirit said today. But here's the bottom line, is that I foresee us needing to be stronger and a little bit more independent when it comes to our emotions. Do y'all understand that? Do I really, really need to go into that download? Can I get a yes, yes, y'all? Are you paying attention? I know I jumped to 3 different lily pads just now, but I want y'all to get this. And I feel it feel it so strongly. Why? It's because we all lean on each other to take care of each other emotionally. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm not trying to tell you don't hold somebody's heart, those that you love. I'm trying to say be responsible. And the responsibility comes because what I foresee is that there's going to be so much more psychological, in my opinion, and what I see. You don't have to agree with me. Please, you don't have to agree with me. And you don't like the message, please turn off your phone or your computer. Don't sit here and look at me and go, oh, she's wrong. Who she thinks she is for making up this information? And I'm squirreling for sure. But who she is, make up this information. Yo, don't send that stuff. Just turn it off. Just turn it off. If you're interested, this is what I foresee. I foresee a psychological warfare. I foresee a civil war. And the civil war that's coming down the pike in the next couple of years is not the civil war that's coming with guns a-blazing, although that may be included. It's they're coming to get your mind and they're coming to get your spirit, y'all. So emotionally, if we are not in tune, if we are not solidified, if we are not saying, oh, that's my bag, let me get stronger in this area of my life and be more mature in this area. Oh, that's my bad. Let me not put this on you. Let me help you with such and such and such and such. And then when I feel weak and I can't help you any longer, I'm going to take the responsibility to bring my tired ass home and work on my own emotional situations by myself or with someone who's a little bit stronger. We have to be a little bit more open and compassionate and understanding and cognizant of what people are going through emotionally so we can hold each other up like vines, y'all. Do y'all have that visual? It's like when we are strong emotionally, when we are responsible emotionally, we take care of our own heart emotionally. We come like the fence of shit. The best shit. We come like the fence of love. We come like the fence of light. We come like the fence of this solidified like army and tribe of bright divinity that's coming to change all things around us. That's coming to change our children's path. That's coming to change how we feel, how we think, how we process information, how we relate to our ancestors and guides, how we're no longer sad when they pass because we know that they're alive. We are coming to change and make all these things normal. So if you're not taking care of your emotions, if you're not controlling your reaction and managing how you blah on people, how the fuck you gonna get strong enough to get instructions from the other side while these crazy ass people on the planet are darting at us trying to take our minds and our soul? I just got hot. Forgive me, but not. I just got hot. I'm really, 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 really invested in that. I'm over it. I'm over motherfuckers like desperately fending for attention and appreciation and validation when they snatch it and they run. They snatch it and they run. They run to take care of themselves. They run to build their own enterprises. They run to take care of their own family. They get spiritually strong off of the information that you gave them, and they run and take care of their own. And they're like, oh, thank you, peace. This is not a personal story. I'm watching it as it goes around. You know why? Because we're all exhausted, but we all need to take care of our own hearts. And we all need to call ourselves out on our own shit. I didn't even get to the week. You know why? Because the week is some of that. Here's the deal. I'm going to lay it all the way down. Last week, this is what happens as I segue and I keep talking. Yo, you got a question and you don't understand where Sonia is flowing and growing today? Please put a question up there and say, slow down, say that again, whatever. I'll look periodically over to the right here. I don't have my glasses on. So I'll catch it when I catch it. Hopefully I do, but I will scan it afterwards. Bust it. This week is interesting because last week, yo, we was high and mighty. We was on that. Cicely, I got your baby's shirt on. Ow. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, please put your information. And she has a website up there. This is Cicely Trotter's daughter's artwork. Isn't it gorgeous? She's 14, 15 years old, and she's a motherfucking bomb. She's a Capricorn, and she's going to go high in the sky, in places and spaces that people want to be, because she's talented. Okay, anyway, I'm squirreling out. I'm all over the place. Cicely, put your daughter's stuff up there. Anyway, isn't it beautiful, Miss J? Miss Lady J? I like pumping people up, especially the babies. Especially the babies. Especially the babies. Did I say that? Last week in that Gregorian calendar, we was like, yes, it's a new year. Let's get it going. And it felt like that. It felt like a new year. It felt like, oh, sweat, we about to get in it. Let me shake the cobwebs off. I think I got this. I think we're moving forward. I think I want to put everything in place. I got my planner. I got my 2023 planner. We're ready to go, people. Let's make it happen. And then after that full moon, it was like, oh, did y'all catch that? After that full moon in Cancer, it was like, wait, hold on. First of all, how did I get yoked real quick? How did somebody just, slow down? Did anybody else feel that? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hi, Bijou. I mean, did anybody else feel that? Is it just me? Again, walking through last week, like, yes, let's get it going. You had your theme music happening, and then that full moon in Cancer came and was like, wait. Did you wipe this off? Did you get that snot? Did you take care of this? Are you ready for this lady to do this? And oh, those emotions came out. Oh, you got to go take care of your mother. Oh, you got to go. Did any of that happen for y'all? And slow down the progress in your mind. That's the real deal. It slowed down the progress in our minds. So now this week, we're walking around like, oh, wait, hold on. I was ready to go and feeling all fancy and shit. And now I just got yoked back. Now there's a little slight confusion that's happening this week. Because it's almost like, that's a weird analogy, Spirit, but it's almost like somebody gives you a Christmas gift or any kind of gift, and you open it up and get excited, and then somebody comes by and goes, wait, hold on, that wasn't for you. That was for your sister. You got all excited about this thing that somebody gave you last week, or this feeling that was given last week, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, hold on, let's put a pause on that real quick. That was for somebody else. Yours is coming down the pipe after Mars goes direct on Thursday. Wait, hold on, wait, what? Is it a sick trick? No, it's absolutely not. It's just a way in which we needed to take care of our emotions, that full moon in Cancer emotions, a little bit differently, a little bit better. That whole download that happening was purposeful, obviously. Segueing into this week. Why? Because you need to scrape out the bottom of those emotional things that are happening. That full moon hit Uranus. So Uranus said, whoop, we about to go on a change on a whole nother path. So swoop out those emotions, deal with whatever you need to deal with your mother, with the women in your family. You understand? Deal with karmic information, be the nourisher or get the nourishment. So we can move forward. Now we're moving forward in a way that's like, oh my God, that just knocked me for a loop. I don't know if I'm doing anything right now. I got to have my mind. I got to know what I'm doing. I feel a little foggy. Nah, this week we don't necessarily need to, in my opinion, lean into the fog and the confusion, as it will show up in the irritation of the quincunxes as I point them out to you. What we need to do, in my opinion, is pay attention to the emotional clarity that has been given. Make sense? The emotional clarity that you received over the weekend is a big deal. Does that make sense? Whether it looked good or bad or indifferent, whether you finished crying after 3 hours and you were like, whoo, that felt good. That's clarity. When that chemical that comes over your body that calms you down after a really good cry, that's clarity. Because in some way you're starting from ground zero, you dig? Are y'all with me? From that emotional slate, so to speak, right? Or how did the clarity come to you this past weekend? I really want to know that. I really want y'all to talk among yourselves and talk to me, please. You know I respond back to you each and every time. I love talking to y'all. This is the closest we can be in this goddamn weird-ass technology world. So let's do it. Let's grow each other by sharing with one another unabashedly. All right. So watch out for the quincunxes that are going down this week. Will you please? Will you very please? Will you please? Let me go through here and see if y'all haven't said anything. I feel like something has shifted. That's big, and it keeps getting me up at night. All right, Miss Kennedy. Yeah, I feel that too, honey bun. I feel that too. Something is big. Something is shifting. Something is going in ways in which we desired for a really long time. The uncomfortableness that's happening right now is that it's shaking us out of so many motherfucking habits that we've acquired over the last 2-3 decades that some of us want to let it all go. Some of us want to let 85% of it go. Some of us want to let 90% of it go. But let me tell you, if it's just 1% left, that 1% can be hella hard. is the point. The bottom line is let's go. And it is coming big, like, so we got to surrender as much as possible. Hi, Monica. How you doing, lady? Okay. No questions. Let's go. Let's go into the week. Today, the moon is in Leo. Just to let y'all know, that's Mystic over there fighting the gosh darn toy. So if you hear somebody growling, just to let y'all know. However, the big thing today, this Monday, is Venus, which is in Aquarius, is trining Mars going retrograde in Gemini, right? We are reviewing our steps today to match the new worldly value that we'd like to showcase. That's a big deal. And that could be that 1%, that 10%, that little extra 15% that we are holding on to, possibly maybe those past habits, those past situations and problems that we're not necessarily looking for solutions for. We just want to complain about. Why? Because you don't know how to move forward? Yes, we don't know how to move forward now because Mars is retrograde. You will know how to move forward really, really quickly, but don't devalue yourself. Okay, please don't devalue yourself. Reviewing the steps to match the new worldly value that you can showcase. I have to read that one more time, because if you devalue yourself and the work that you have and the gifts and the talents that you can bring, when it's time for Mars to go direct on Thursday and thereafter, you'll be even more confused. Does that make sense? Yes, y'all. Does that make sense to anybody? I want y'all to hear that. That's a big deal today. That's a huge, huge deal. So the bottom line is this: if this Mars in Gemini going retrograde has had a lot of us with all of these balls in the air, Gemini style, multiplicity style, starting this project, doing this thing, writing this song, putting this recipe book together, taking care of these children, everybody else's children. We got all of these things going on in retrograde, right? Today is the day to look at what things are worth it. Today is the day to look at what things are worth holding on to. Again, reviewing our steps in order to see what is right, what is worthy, what makes money, what is filled with love. What is love? What is filled with the love? That's what you move forward into. Boom, that's a song right there. It's no time for wasted steps if it has no love involved. Boom, there you go. Here's the first quincunx today. The moon is quincunxed in the sun. The bigness, the ego of someone's expression may irritate the focus of getting things done. So you let your coworker come into the room or to your office today and be all bright and beautiful about how she or he had a great time with their beau, and it's kind of irritating to you. So it's taking you off your square. It's not allowing you to be productive. It's not allowing you to be the boss that you need to be. Watch for these quincunxes this week, because it will throw us off and it will give us some distractions that are not necessary, and it'll also make us a little confused as Neptune gets thrown in that as well. When I say that, trust me when I tell you, today the moon, didn't I say Neptune? The moon is quincunxed in Neptune. I swear I didn't see that, y'all. I swear I didn't see that. Expression of any kind can be irritating and distracting of what spirit is saying. Are y'all hearing me? Okay, today, what's that? Venus trining Mars going retrograde, looking for the value in the steps, recreating the steps. Again, going over the steps to make sure that everything we do, everything we're encouraged by, everything we encourage folks to do, even laying down with somebody, because Mars deals with sex, right, is of value, can bring money, can bring some type of worth, and can bring love. Right? But these irritations where the moon is going against the sun and the moon is going against Neptune is making today feel a little foggy, all up in my throat with Mercury retrograde, and not having the brain to process the information. Is it just me? Am I talking out my ass here? At the same time, though, the moon is opposition Saturn. So remember the bigger picture. Power and discipline within the collective. It's not just about you. That's why I'm on here. So my throat is like, yo, I can't speak. I don't know what I'm saying. I want to say McDonald's, but I end up saying Burger King. Oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't do a live. No, it's not about me. The moon opposition Saturn is like, yo, your expression, Sonia, just using myself for an example because I am feeling really wonky, right? The moon is opposition Saturn, right? So if my feeling is like, oh, I don't want to do this. I'm too big. I'm not too big. Like I feel like it's just way too much. It's too much expression. I don't have I can't see the bigger picture because let me take 5. I can't see the bigger picture because what it is that I'm feeling is overriding me, right? This expression that I'm trying to express to y'all currently is overriding me. So you know what? I'm going to shut down the computer. I'm going to shut it down. Saturn in Aquarius says, yo, this is for the people. Y'all and everybody else included. Sonia, get over yourself. Telling y'all, get over yourself. That moon is in Leo and it's opposition Saturn. It says, get over yourself. Get over your expectations and what it is you have for things and other people. Get over your expectations of yourself. Get over the fact that you may feel like you are the central figure. You are the one that everybody should relate to and they should work for you. No, when it's opposition Saturn and Aquarius, it's about taking care of yourself so you can be the best you can be for the collective. Saturn and Aquarius working hard for the collective. Y'all get that? Aquarius is about humanity and the collective. What are you going to do different? What's your new resources, rituals and traditions today that you can say, you know what, let me step out of myself real quick and try to get this fogginess over with and do this goddamn report, do this thing. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Do what you need to do for the collective. It's not about us all the time. Get over yourself is what I like to say. How many times can we say that a day to people? You ever hear people just complaining and, oh, they was coming after me. They did this for me. They said this because they didn't like me. Or how did it? Get over yourself. It's not always about you. Motherfuckers got things going on too. People are hurt too. It's not just about you and how you feel, and the fact that you don't want to do the work, Saturn, because of the way you feel. It's not all for you. It's for you and your coworkers and your family and your beau and your best friend in this moment today is what we're talking about. Are y'all feeling me? Get over yourself. Say that again. Say what again, sweetie? The whole thing? Or you professing? I'm wondering. Okay, on Tuesday, tomorrow, the moon goes in Virgo. Now, the moon is going to be in Virgo for 3 days this week, which is going to cause a really interesting eruption of some sorts, because if any of y'all are astrology students, Mars, like I said, is going direct in Gemini this week. And Virgo and Gemini does not get along. You understand this? So watch where I'm going with this buildup of things, okay? Tuesday, tomorrow, the moon being in Virgo, well, I should say the moon in Leo, just before it gets into Virgo, will be quincunxed in Pluto. Find the power in managing your own emotions. Trying to impose on another could be frustrating. Again, manage your emotions. It's not all about you. Get over yourself. Find a way to feel your power within yourself. Have you ever done that? Squirrel, have you really ever done that? Had a conversation with somebody and could, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this because I'm not sure if everybody has the ability or even know what the hell I'm talking about. But when you talk to somebody, you can literally contain your energy within yourself. There's a way in which you can monitor how the flow of your energy is going. Is it outward? Is it inward? Is it somewhat in the middle of the road, so to speak? Are you blind on everybody, or are you tucked back and being hidden? The reason why I'm asking that is because when the moon in Leo is going, quincunxed in Pluto tomorrow, it's like, yo, find a way to manage your own power within this emotional expression that you are so, hell bent on putting out there. And you get frustrated and irritated when you don't. I'm sorry, should you? Maybe, I don't know. How about contain your own power for when you need it? This week is interesting. There's a lot of frustrations, quincunxes. Look for the quincunxes. There's some frustrations and irritations that's coming up because people are not responding to your need to be ready or to your need to be emotionally fulfilled or to your need to be answered to you in your details and what it is that you want. Again, it's not about you, boo-boo. It's about the collective. And when it's not about you, pull back and work on yourself. So when you go back to the collective, you have something to add. Does that make sense? Instead of being in the collective like, ain't nobody listening to me. Put it on me. Hello, I need some attention over there. By the way, that's that moon in Leo. But as it goes off into Virgo tomorrow, it does a whole nother spin, which I'm about to show you. That moon in Virgo also quincunx Jupiter tomorrow. So if you're emotionally nitpicking because of the moon in Virgo about how you feel, you're not satisfied with it, it's possible that you may be missing the bigger picture, and get ready to watch for the blessings that fly on by. Let me say that again in my own kind of way. So this gregarious this gregarious moon in Leo, before it goes into Virgo, is saying, look at me today and a little bit of tomorrow. Look at me. But when it goes into Virgo, now it's like, wait, hold on. If you didn't look at me, if I didn't get the proper attention, validation, expectation, understanding, now I'm nitpicking. Now I'm figuring out, where did I go wrong? Now I am looking for the faults in everybody else. Now I am being a little bit of critical on myself because I didn't receive the information, the attention. Do I deserve the information or the attention? Did I come off too hard, too loud for the information, for the attention? And if you're asking yourselves all these questions and being nitpicky and critical and discriminating about your emotional outbursts or your emotionality and where you are in that moment, it could take away from your blessings. Jupiter is in Aries right now, and Jupiter in Aries is like, the blessings are moving fast and we're moving for ourselves. The blessings are coming for ourselves to start some things for ourselves. So the irritation is this. The moon in Virgo says, wait, hold on. Anybody pay attention to me, and let's nitpick it. Let's get critical about it. You can't get too critical about it because Jupiter is Aries and it's moving fast and it's trying to give you the blessings as you go along. And if you're sitting there, in my opinion, throughout this week, trying to be too nitpicky about how people hurt your feelings and how people hurt a particular thing and being petty without seeing your responsibility, emotional responsibility in a thing, those Jupiter blessings are going to fly on by and you're going to be frustrated by it. Does that make sense? My forecasts are not negative. My forecasts are awareness forecasts. Let's be aware of the good and the bad and react the same with both. Like I suggested last week, that's what keeps us stable. That's what keeps us ready and going. That's what keeps us available to spirit. That's what keeps us out of our human emotions. You dig? As much as possible. As much as possible. Because we are human and we slide into that shit every now and again. Y'all got that? I hope so. Ask questions if you do not. On Wednesday, the moon again is staying in Virgo. It's going to square Mars, going retrograde. Now, here's the deal. This is the last aspect, by the way, before Mars goes direct. Did you know? Did you know? Can I take a sip of my tea? Hey, do y'all have any questions before I even go further? Thank you for being here, lovely Davis. What's going on with you? That family matters, Keena. That was that full moon in Cancer on Friday. Cancer deals with mom and family and foundation and the home and food, all of that shit, right? Much love to you, baby. But here's the deal. So this is the last aspect, as I was saying, before Mars goes direct on Thursday. The moon is going to square off with that shit. That's why that moon is particular, or I should say important, when it goes into Virgo. You don't have time tomorrow to sit there and criticize too much emotionally about what was taken care of this weekend and what was not taken care of this weekend. And I say this weekend because there's an emotional overflow that's happening. And now when it goes into Virgo, Virgo's energy is like, how I'm going to take care of that mom shit, Keena. How I'm going to take care of people's hurt feelings. You understand what I'm saying? And if you stay stuck in the details, in the corner, like Virgo likes to do, and Virgo energy, by the way, when it's in the moon, loves to argue. Because Virgo loves to prove things right. I need to be right, because if I'm not right and I'm wrong, I fucked up and I can't handle it when I fuck up. You understand what I'm saying? So tomorrow, leading into Wednesday, before that Mars goes direct, Please and very please, if you need to be critical of your emotional responses or somebody else's emotional responses, keep it at superficial surface level, please. Don't get too deep into what they did wrong and how they do wrong and want to argue about it and literally chastise them for it because you want to be right, because you need to prove a point. You know why? Because you're going to miss the steps. Let me read what I put down here. Right? The last aspect before Mars goes direct tomorrow. Are you emotional because you desire to move forward, but details aren't clear? You're still allowing criticism, yours and theirs, to plague your thoughts? Or have you finally come out of denial about some emotional situations that you need to figure out and put legs on? That's a big deal. And I hope y'all understood that, but I'm going to break it down in the way that I know how. When that Virgo energy comes in and it's squaring that Mars going retrograde, is like, yo, I'm trying to figure this out before I go direct. I'm trying to see all the information and all of the projects and things that I can execute, angry even information, because Mars is about anger, arguments and confrontations that I may have had, the lack of sex or the overabundance of sex. Again, Mars is all of that, right? And then the moon is squaring that, and the moon in Virgo says, are you still criticizing them things? Are you still breaking that down? Are you in denial about some things before you have to move forward? Why my voice go up so high? You understand what I mean? Are you in denial about things before you need to move forward? Are you criticizing people too heavily, including yourself, before you need to move forward? Damn, that's a long explanation for that one aspect that I need y'all to get, including myself. Do I need to say that again? Hands up if I do. Please let me know. Again, Mercury's retrograde. I'm a little cloudy. Some things I say and I don't even realize I'm saying it. So help me out here. Get that? Yo. The moon in Virgo, quincunxing Venus on Wednesday. Come on now. Quincunx. Listen for these quincunx and these squares. You got it, Ace of Love Child. How you doing, cute Taurus? You? Right? The moon on Wednesday in Virgo, quincunxing Venus is like, all right, this fear of imperfection that I have, that moon in Virgo can come up like that, causing doubt and fabricated irritations of your worth and money and love. Irrational fear allows passion for people to be thrown to the wind. Here's the deal. On Wednesday, if you feel that the criticism that's coming up that wants to irritate the value in you, if you feel the criticism coming up still, it could irritate or crush the value in you or crush the value in someone else. That's what I was saying right here. It allows a passion for people to be thrown to the wind. So if you're criticizing, that's what it is, Spirit. Thank you. If you're criticizing people and overly criticizing yourself, passion dies. Venus is like, yo, I don't have no space. I don't have no skin in the game if the moon and your feelings keep criticizing me about what I'm doing. Okay, do it like this. Don't do it like this. Wear red. Don't wear red. After a while, you don't want to go out. You understand what I'm saying? Should I write it like this? I don't know if I should write it like this. He likes it like this. I should sing it higher than this. I should sing it lower. After you criticize a shit, passion dies, Venus. It can go somewhere else and get hella detached. It's in Aquarius. Do y'all understand that? Wednesday, the moon in Virgo trines Mercury in retrograde. Mercury is in Capricorn. So, all right, let's clear up this irrational emotion that we've been feeling over the last 2 days about being particular, about being discriminating. You understand what I'm saying? About being in denial. Virgo energy can go into some strict ass denial. I love Virgo energy. I love it because it's very service oriented. So, in these favorable aspects like this one, please step into service, right? The moon in Virgo trining, which is favorable, harmonious to Mercury going retrograde. Lean into service. Allow service to be a thing for you as it cleans up some information that could have been misunderstood. Example, maybe you go help your grandmother or your grandfather when your cousins are like, oh, they don't never help. Maybe you go help your father when your siblings are like, they don't never go over and get dad and take him shopping or do this or do that. Lean into an act of service, okay? Because people are misunderstanding what you're saying, misunderstanding what you're writing and how you're communicating. The way you show up is show up. be of service. However, if that moon in Virgo is acting contrary and there's way too many details that you're paying attention to, don't get analysis paralysis as Mercury is going backwards and you sitting there detailed, like sitting there communicating inside your head about all the things that you need to do and could not do. And then your mind becomes a computer that's about to tweak the fuck out with 100 different tabs open. Do you understand where I'm going? Am I clear? Ooh, okay. On Wednesday, also the Mercury, on Wednesday, also the moon is trining Uranus going retrograde. So when we embrace the different, we feel different. Release the need to be needed and embrace the feeling of weightlessness and free thinking. I got this hit in the shower about this very, very aspect. I'm not even gonna lie. And I didn't even know how I was gonna fall into this thing. Spirit, like, I want you to talk about this. Oftentimes we get ourselves in an interesting rut. Oftentimes we want to, let me say this very, very clearly and poignantly. So oftentimes we want to be of service. We want to be of need to people. And then when we realize how much applause we receive, when we realize how much it makes us feel full, how much it makes us feel fulfilled, how much it makes us feel worthy, then we keep that thing going. Then we want to do more for the person, the family, the situation, or more people in that way, right? We want to pick their kids up. We want to pick more kids up. Well, now we're the neighborhood fucking carpooler, right? And then you sit back and you go, God damn, I'm tired. I don't want to do this thing anymore. I don't want to hold on anymore. Here where I'm going, y'all. Here where I'm going. With the moon trining Uranus going retrograde. Uranus going retrograde is like, yo, don't you want to show up different? Don't you want to show up weightless? So stop taking on the emotional baggage. Stop doing the thing that you think that you are going to be fulfilled by and with, but are absolutely fucking physically drained by. Am I making sense? We are being told to find another way to feel free. If taking care of your neighbor's kids made you feel worthy and free, we are being asked to find another way, because that worthy and free that you felt was adding a lot of fucking stress. And then you want to sit back and complain to the neighbor about taking care of their babies when every morning you was actually calling them, seeing that the babies were going to school. So you don't want to be in that space any longer of taking care of somebody emotionally the way that you've done, but you keep showing up in that way and complaining about it because it's feeding your ego, feeding the way you feel validated. Or I should say the way you used to want to be able to feel validated in the past, but we no longer are in that space. You get that? That's why our emotional responsibility is necessary. And the reason why I was sweating and giving y'all that download within 5 minutes of this goddamn rundown. Because we have to be responsible for seeing ourselves the way we see ourselves and the way we can handle. How you going to be mad at your neighbor when you keep asking them if the babies are all right? Them babies will be taken care of. They got a mother and it ain't you. You got that? Keep showing up the way that you do and keep complaining about showing up the way that you do so you can feel validated and watch your physical energy just dwindle. And knock on wood, prayerfully, none of y'all get sick. And I mean that. Why? Because the body, everything about us nowadays is exhausted by how we used to do things. And the hardest thing is finding new things to do. Although me and everybody, probably every other astrologer is like, there's some newness coming. And even the sister on here was like, yeah, I feel something new, but I don't know what it is. Me neither, honey. But I know damn well we got to put our face towards it. We got to at least be propped and ready for it. Take a shower and get clean for it. Wash your clothes and feed your babies, and get ready. Get sitting at the couch and they're coming to pick us up for it kind of feeling, on deck for it. Because if we're too busy, like, well, it's not coming, I'll just go ahead and take care of their kids in the meantime, and I'll wait for the change to come. Nah, that's not how it's happening. They have to figure out how they gonna get their situation taken care of, and we have to be ready for the new. and sit in the light of God and know that it's happening. While everything else that used to be taken care of, as is being taken care of, finds a new way to be taken care of in that way. Damn, I feel like I just said the same thing 17 times. Thank y'all for being patient. Sometimes I reiterate a lot. But y'all got that? Did y'all get that? Whew, I'm so glad. So on Thursday, so get ready for the news, the bottom line. On Thursday, that was the end of that. On Thursday, January 12th, Mars is going direct. Mars is going direct at 3:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12:56 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Look for it, feel it in the air. And when we are off and going to work or going where we're going, dropping the babies off, doing whatever you need to do in those morning hours, please drive carefully. Drive carefully, watch your tongue, and let people say whatever the hell they want to say. Trust me when I tell you, because as you know, when any planets are going from retrograde back into direct, we feel it a little bit more, we feel it a little bit more intensely, right? So folks will probably be acting a little brand new, like they want to pop off just for no fucking reason. Here's how I like to respond to that. I laugh at people oftentimes. And here's the deal. In the past, for sure, people have thought that they've gotten away with some shit with me because I don't respond and or I laugh at them. So they're like, ooh, I won. Did you really? When now we're not friends? Did you really? When you haven't been in my house in like 5 years? Did you really? You hear what I'm saying? The bottom line is this, is that you don't have to react when people pop off as this Mars is going going direct. React differently. Change your habits, your ways of being. You understand what I'm saying? Smile and laugh at them. Give it to them and let them win. You got it. As a matter of fact, I see where your anger is coming from now. If this is a person that's closer into your life, you can't be around my babies anymore. You can't be in my house anymore. I see you now. I don't have to respond and add to this blow up. I'm just warning y'all because it happens. And here's the deal. On Thursday, as Mars is going direct, and the moon will still be in Virgo, and Mars is going direct, right? That moon is going to be opposition of Neptune. So that means there's another cloudy moment in which we can feel like I'm being a little detailed, being a little discriminating. I want to win this argument right here, but I'm a little foggy and I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm a little foggy. That's Neptune. I'm a little foggy and I don't know what's coming down the pipe. I just want to argue. Take a few minutes to tap into the vision and express what you see carefully with that moon trying to balance out Neptune. Otherwise, you'll be caught in a fog, caught in some space while Mars is going direct and end up arguing while you're trying to pay attention to what spirit is saying in that Neptune space, trying to pay attention to what your dreams are saying, trying to pay attention to what's being said through the confusion and not run into a brick wall or not incite an argument because Mars is going direct. Y'all hear what I'm saying? The moon is also quincunxing Saturn that day. Is your need to be particular with that moon in Virgo, interfering with your work efforts or what you need to do? Come on now. Moon in Virgo is wreaking some havoc this week. I want y'all to notice it's not going to be negative for everybody, but Virgo energy trying to balance out with Gemini energy is never a good thing. Never an easy thing. Let me put it that way. It's never an easy thing. Because Virgo wants to stay in the details, whereas Gemini likes compartments and sometimes likes information and details, but can switch on a motherfucking dime as nothing is as important as that Virgo thinks it is. They have two different areas of importance, is what I'm saying. So we will feel like we're being pulled in a couple of different ways. I put on here my little notes, coloring outside the box this week. Coloring outside the box, which can be really, really cool for some, but really, really nerve-wracking for others, especially when you're dealing with Virgo detail and Gemini information that could be a lot. You understand what I'm saying? Gemini information that wants to move forward in haste, so to speak, because it's ready to rev up. It's the action planet ready to go forward. Are y'all hearing me? So the moon in Virgo is quincunx Saturn. Again, if your need to be particular blocks your efforts, you may have to slow down and not get too distracted. The moon in Virgo is also trine in Pluto. So you feel powerful, and there's the motherfucking dupage right there. Woo, I'm sweating in my own confusion because there's way too many things I talked about. I'm confused by this goddamn report. I'm going to be truthful with you because it's a lot if you have not recognized different layers of situations. Uranus is being hit with, yo, be different, be original, be unique. That's what Uranus is being reminded of within us all this week, right? Be the rebel that you are, right? But then Virgo moon comes in 3 days this week and is like, yeah, but if I be unique and if I be a rebel, I need to find the detail. Make sure that we are the right rebel. We need to be a rebel in the way that we need to be a rebel. We need to be unique. Let's make sure we cross our T's and dot our I's while we're being a rebel. Sometimes the rebel don't have time to cross a fucking T or dot an I. Sometimes a rebel is like, yo, let's go. Especially if Mars is coming out from being asleep for a little while within the same week to go forward, Gemini style, in 10 different directions. Do y'all hear where I'm going? Jupiter is like, yo, I got a whole bunch of goodies this week, but ain't nobody gonna touch them because y'all all fucking confused and out of your mind right now and trying to figure out where to put your energy. Oh my God. Can y'all come back on Friday and listen to this? I really want y'all to do that. And I'm going to do it my goddamn self. You know why? Because I can literally, I'm going to go on a limb to sound crazy, but I could literally feel the energy. Like as I'm telling this broadcast coming at me like fences, like a ball of wire. You understand what I'm saying? That's what this week feels like. And that's why I'm trying to push through it and say it with passion and as much clarity as possible so you understand what the hell I'm talking about. Questions, please put them in the comment. I don't give a heck what it is. Just tell me, ask me, whatever you want to do. Thursday is a doozy of a day. Again, let me respond. Let me repeat that. Mars is going direct. The moon is going to end up in Libra that day, but it starts off in Virgo for sure. It's going to hook up with the moon. So we're going to wake up with the sun. So we're going to wake up feeling good about ourselves, right? Getting rooted in this earthbound energy as the moon is trining the sun. The sun in Capricorn, the moon in Virgo. Good. Wake up Thursday, get ready to go. Then all of a sudden, we're going to feel a little cloudy with the moon opposition Neptune, finding a way to see our visions clearly and being a little detailed about that when we need to. We get the vision, let's write it out. We get the vision, let's put it down there. Don't let it upset each other. Don't let Neptune throw off the details or the details throw off the vision. That's the point. The moon will then quincunx Saturn. Moon being in Virgo, irritating the work that you need to do and getting particular. You're getting too particular about the work that you need to do. Oh my God, you may get analysis paralysis and get stuck on Thursday, especially as Mars, like I said, is going direct and you're trying to figure out what to do now because everybody's saying go. And now you're stuck because you can't see it, because you don't want to work. I hope y'all hearing me. And I know this is a long forecast, but y'all sticking in there and I appreciate you. Thank you for the thumbs up and the likes. I really appreciate that. But at the same time, feeling powerful because the moon is trining Pluto, staying in power, staying in the need to transform. Again, don't dupe yourself. Don't think that your power to stay in the need to transform is like this weird ass power to stay into your denial with that moon in Virgo earlier in the daytime. You'll know the difference because that moon in Virgo and its details and its discrimination does not like to take responsibility. Being powerful, you feel the responsibility of your own power and you can shut your mouth and you don't have to voice it as much. You understand? Confidence is quiet. Insecurities are freaking yelling all over the globe. On Friday, as that moon is in Libra, right, it will trine Mars going direct. That's the day. Wake up Friday and get ready. Take a good shower, a good bath, ready to go forward, right? And the emotional need to make things fair because that moon is in Libra, right? Time to execute ideas that are waiting in the mist in that Gemini energy. Let's go. Libra moon, Gemini Mars going direct on Friday. Let's do it, it says. All in the head, though. Try to stay out of your emotions. Try to figure it out. Intellectually speaking, what should we do? How should we plan? How should we get the partners together? How should we make it fair? How should we make it a win-win situation? Who am I about to talk to and charm out of this motherfucker so we can allow any political situations, we can allow any things to be even. We can allow it all to jump off. We can allow everybody to get paid however they need to get paid. That's a good day to execute the ideas in a fair and just way with your partner. Again, that'll make it sweeter. However, on Friday, the moon in Libra will square Mercury retrograde, because remember, Mercury is in Capricorn. So it may be difficult to communicate what these movements are, right? Hash them out inside first. It's okay. You can hash them out inside. Talk to your damn self. And you'll be able to do that as well very, very easily on Friday because the sun will sextile Neptune. Yeah, so that means all that spirit is coming out, all of that energy, all of that need to be internal, to figure it out, to hear that inner voice is there. So even if you don't execute it right away and people don't understand it with the moon and Mars coming together, you can work it out within your brain first and then the next day. Because here's the deal. Let me clarify my damn self. Here's the deal, is that people are ready to move, but people are not sure of their ideas yet. People are not confident in their steps yet. There's way too many ifs and ands and buts and ups and downs. And I don't know. I want to move forward, but is everybody else coming? I want to do something different, but will I be liked? I want to quit this job, but again, will I have money? You understand what I'm saying? There's all of these ups and downs and these things and these goes arounds that's happening, right? And in my opinion, this is a great time, even though it seems like we're coloring out of the box and there's a little bit of instability this week. It's actually all putting us on the putting us on track to believe the things that we need to believe about ourselves that can allow us to execute the new things. All the ups and downs and the pushes and the pulls and the people that will doubt you this week, and even you doubting yourself, will bring you to an area, bring you to a space of living and a space of being. It'll be clear and go, well, goddamn, I just went through that thing. I relied on me and only me. I actually did the work even when I didn't want to. I could do this new thing. I can actually apply this new muscle. I can make sure I show up and I don't need their approval. This is within the coming weeks, you dig? This week is kind of slipping through that kind of fence that's coming towards us, the barbed wire energy that's coming towards us. Hold on. Hold on. Stay in your rooted earthbound power. Earthbound power. Capricorn energy needs that. You need that. You understand what I'm saying? While we're sifting and mulling through our brains and our need to execute. You understand? And our not our emotions, our connection to spirit. It's all entangled. Does this make sense? I know I said that 17 times, but I really, really hope so. On Saturday, the moon being in Libra still, these goddamn quincunxes, y'all, I'm over it. The moon is gonna quincunx Uranus, indecisive as fuck. Saturday can really, really be that. Why? Because the moon in Libra is already indecisive, and Uranus going backwards is indecisive too. So there we go. Indecisive as fuck on Saturday. Be careful. And when I say be careful, I mean lean into what you know you're sure of. And if you're not sure to make these changes that need to be made, because Saturday is that day in which you may be irritated about making the needed change just before you get to that clearing. And you're like, God damn it, I did it. Just before you get to that thing, you may feel like, oh, I don't know, biting your nails, indecisive, going to the new. Please do. Please. Even if it's weird, and if you don't know what to do, you can pause until it's ready. But let me tell you something. Uranus is going direct next week. And then that will be the last planet that's going retro, that has been retrograde. And when Uranus goes direct, if it's not next week, it's the beginning of the following week. And when Uranus goes direct, all planets are going forward. There is no pullback. There is no holding ground. It's time to roll. So these little moments of weird ass barbed wire fence weeks coming toward us, indecisive one week, happy and ready for the new the next week, emotionally fucking held captive in our house for 1 week, figuring it out this week, lending our services and love to everybody, and next week is all leading us to where we really want to be. And where that thing is, some of us don't even know. Some of us don't even have a fucking plan and or a vision in our mind. But I ask you today and every day after this, just look to the light. Just look to it. Look to the new direction. And when everything else is behind you, close your eyes and let it be behind you, and release the cord that it has on you. Cord cutting for real. I hope y'all hearing me, because I hope you're hearing me. On Saturday, the moon is quincunxing Neptune too. And it can allow us to be cynical, to feel cynical about spirit's help, about our angels and our ancestors' help, about spirit's help, about meditation and about music, about the freedom that can come over us. We feel a little cynical after this barbed wire week because nobody knows where we're going. You don't have to know. You don't have to know. You don't. You really, really don't. And I know a lot of the air signs are like, hell yeah, I do need to know. I need to know. Sometimes we don't. You just got to look to the light. Just look. Just see where you just look in the direction. And everything in that direction will find you. On Saturday, Venus squares Uranus. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't look in that direction, Uranus and the uniqueness, as it's going reverse, as you're reviewing all the things that you need to do to make you unique, you won't see the validity, the value, Venus. There's a method to my madness, y'all. Sometimes I don't even know it. But I just talked about that. And I was not looking at this damn aspect. Venus? We can't get Venus trumped up, y'all. We can't get it fucked up. Because Venus is love, Venus is valued, Venus is money, Venus is an Aquarius, right? And Venus in Aquarius right now is like, yo, can we not only love detached, but can we love in some freedom-seeking kind of way? Can we love so we can move forward to humanity and in the world? Can we love it from a group perspective? And Uranus and the things that we need to do new is holding us back from loving in a new way on Saturday. Is what I'm saying, with Venus squaring Uranus. Don't do it. Don't fight the new. And don't look for the validation if people don't understand. Fuck them. That's all I'm going to say. The sun is squaring the moon on Saturday too. Brings up some ego. It brings up some straight ego, y'all. Come on now. Ego raises its head to show when you're not considering partners on a whole. So if you're not considering your partners, if you're not considering yourself, if you're not considering being fair on Saturday, ego will raise its head. Again, the sun is in Capricorn. The moon is in Libra. Those are two cardinal signs. And when cardinal signs fight, it's a standoff. And each one wants to be the leader. Each one wants to be the one moving the other one in the other direction. So the sun in its ego wants to say, no, we're climbing up a mountain right now. And we're building enterprises, Capricorn style. And the moon is like, yeah, but you can't do that without a partner. And you can't do that without being fair. All I'm saying is on Saturday, be very, very cognizant of how you are allowing your ego to take over the need for other people to be there. You're going to need them in the plan is all I'm saying, Stan. On Sunday, the moon goes into Scorpio. Now we get into a whole nother field. The moon goes into Scorpio, and here's two quincunxes with you. Take that with you. The moon quincunx Jupiter, and the moon quincunx Mars on Sunday. Come on now. When the moon is quincunxing Jupiter, your controlling emotions cannot control the collectives or the gifts. So the day before that, when it's asking you, and the sun is squaring the moon, and it's saying, yo, check your ego because you need your partner, just what I said. On Sunday, if you don't do that, the gifts can be halted. The gifts could stop. The blessings can stop. You understand what I'm saying? Or you can be irritated by the blessings going to somebody else when you think you need to be going to you because you want to control the shit. I hope this makes sense. Here's what I hear. I hear a lot of, again, emotional maturity just keeps coming up for me and us. If we can stay in awareness of how we are responding to certain things this week, good, bad, up and down, intellectual, emotional, psychological, spiritual, whatever the freaking subject matter is, if we are aware, we will be okay. We can't get pushed and pulled. And if we need to go outside the box, let's swim outside the box. Let's go there without any type of contention so we can find a flow in it. And we'll find our way back to the box. Understand? We will. We always do. We just can't get thrown off by the irritations, because irritations equal frustrations, which equal distractions, which take you off your square. And the next thing you know, the plan that you had is null and fucking void. This is the barbed wire energy that I'm trying to explain within the barbed wire itself. Hello, I'm in the community. But at the same time, be the bright light to show you how to utilize that thing. I hope that makes sense. On Sunday, again, if that moon is quincunx in Jupiter, holding back the gifts, is quincunx in Mars. Your passions cannot control or dictate what every Gemini Mars is doing, meaning that the moon in Scorpio wants to control where these Mars and Gemini actions are being popped off on, right? Meaning that we had all of these balls in the air. Mars is direct now. Now you're ready to go. Now you're ready to hit it. There's an irritation if you try to control it too much. There's an irritation when you try to control it on some Scorpio shit. Scorpio energy is very controlling. I'm going to tell you that right now. Scorpio energy and Capricorn energy, the two most controlling signs of the zodiac. And Scorpio energy controls because it doesn't want to get hurt. Cuidado. So the bottom line is on Sunday, if you're feeling a little like you got your feelings hurt the week before or anytime during this week, you may respond by withholding or controlling emotionally on Sunday, which goes up against any Gemini Mars movement you got going on. You hear that? Because you got your feelings hurt, you may not want to execute your Gemini projects or the projects that have been thrown in the air over the last couple of weeks. Since October 31st, by the way, Mars has been retrograde. You understand what I'm saying? Now you want to withhold it. Now you want to be miserly. Now you want to control it because you're like, God damn, if something goes wrong with this ball and that ball, I'm going to blow up the spot. Hey, don't do that. That's an irritation to you and everybody else. Let it flow. Let it surrender. Because if you threw 100 balls in the air and you only catch 20, those 20 were for you. The 80 got to go. You understand? Don't get irritated and try to control all 80 balls or all 100 balls. Make sense? I hope so. As we end this week, an hour, 7 minutes in, the moon will sextile Mercury. The moon will sextile Mercury at the end of the day on Sunday. That's a beautiful thing, in my opinion. Why? And very why? Because 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 Mercury is going retrograde, and you can end that Sunday. You can end Sunday with, okay, on some calm shit, let me sit back and really think about the things that I said, really think about the misunderstandings that I had, really think about the plan, really pull out the planner of 2023 and get things going, cross out some things, edit some things, add some things on Sunday evening, because the moon and its emotional nature being in Scorpio will ride right nice with Mercury going retrograde in Capricorn. You understand that? So these two controlling energies come together in the most favorable way. Because now you can control your emotions, moon in Scorpio, in a way in which your brain, Mercury in Capricorn, needs to plan and execute. So when you actually do that thing, Mars and Gemini next week, and it's all a go, you can have your emotions intact. You can have the practicality of Capricorn, Mercury intact. And then Mars energy just takes it and goes with it out of any cylinder that needs to be fired out of. Let's go. Because that's how Gemini works. Multiplicities, remember? Y'all don't know what I'm talking about? Ask a question. I think I'm done. Hit that like button, please. Thank you, Roxy. I appreciate that, because the sister's over here working. And again, I'm working for you. I'm working for you and for me and for spirit, most importantly, to be truthful with you. So I want to know if you have any questions. I'm working so we can get clear. Roxy said, what is my world going to look like with the sun and the rising in Scorpio and my moon in Sagittarius on Sunday with the moon going in Scorpio? You know, when your moon goes into, this is for Roxy and for everybody else, when the moon, the transiting moon, goes into the sign that is within your sun sign or your moon sign, oftentimes it's a lot more favorable for you, because even if the moon is full or even if it's an eclipse, even if it's heightened, it brings in the energy that you're familiar with. So it doesn't throw you off, so to speak, Roxy. You'll be fine, honey bunny. And that moon will be in your face, so to speak, because if you have a Scorpio rise, that means that moon is sliding into your first house. So that means the emotions will come for you straight and foremost, but utilize them in a way in which can keep you determined and keep you moving forward. I hope that makes sense. I hope that didn't sound too general. I'm looking for questions, and I'm looking for one person who can pull up their sun, their moon, and their rising real quick, and then I'll get off this thing. Hey, I want to know, did y'all get something out of this? Name one point, anything that you have received from this particular broadcast. I want to know what y'all retaining out there and how you are hearing it. Please, and very please put a comment on what it is, the one thing that stood out for you in this particular broadcast. I'd really like to know. Kim Singletary in Virgo, Pisces, rise, Virgo, moon, no delay, ready, moving forward with love and light. Thank you for sharing your blessings with us. Oh, thank you. You're most welcome. I thank you for being here. I appreciate that. All right, so if Kim is the only one, then here we go. Kim has a Virgo sun, a Pisces rise, and a Pisces moon. Listen, we all know, if you don't know, that Pisces and Virgo is opposite. I believe in oppositions, to be quite honest with you, when you can get your ego out of it. Why? Because oppositions always make a situation feel better, right? Or a situation balanced, like a seesaw. You know what I mean? You have one energy over here, one energy over there. If it balances itself out, you have something nice and right and balanced and complete, so to speak, right? So your moon, your sun is in Virgo, and you have a Pisces rise and a Virgo. So Virgo, sun and moon. Here's what I just heard about that Virgo, sun and moon, is that I'm just going to say the way I hear it. Please let your Pisces rise take you farther. Please, and very please, for you in particular, Kim, take you further, farther, however you want to pronounce it. Why? Because if Pisces rising is, it's the last sign of the zodiac, but the way I envision it on you right now, for some reason, is wide open. There's so many possibilities coming to you, sweet lady. A lot of them. And your Pisces rising is sensitive to it all. It wants it. It wants to take it on. It wants to envelop it. It wants to evolve it. It wants to reconfigure it and give it to other people and service it, like the Virgo in you wants to service whatever it is that you receive, rewrap it, reconfigure it, and give it out to other people to make them feel better, to make them glow brighter, whatever the case may be. But here's the deal. Sometimes the Virgo in you gets a little, again, analysis paralysis. It gets like kind of stuck. And starts to doubt itself a whole lot more than what it needs to. You are brilliant in all that, in every which way. It always bugs me out when people come through and I'm not really prepared for it. But I will say that there's a little old lady on the other side, Kim, who's really pushing you to, there's an opportunity for you, not only a business opportunity. I see two things. There's like a new business to start, but then there's a 9-to-5 situation that's happening too. And she is saying that she's really working on creating, or I should say, making them both stay alive. I hope this makes sense, Miss Singletary, because it's very, very clear. Why? Because it'll help you to maintain some type of sanity. However, that 9-to-5 option is going to die away really, really quickly. So that means you need to be Utilize the confidence that you have right now in administering them both at the same time. So when the thing that you're doing that's independent, that's entrepreneurial, begins to make money, you don't feel so weird about dropping the 9 to 5, because that Virgo don't want to drop anything. That Virgo gets scared and scared when shit is not in place and in order the way it needs to. I'm just saying, Kimberly, I hope that helps. I know I went off the kind of beaten path than the way I normally do these sun, moon, rise rundowns. But I'll be honest with you, I'm really, really heightened today, even in the midst of this confusion. And I don't know if y'all see it on me, but Spirit is speaking loud today, and I'm doing my best to utilize my word through the Mercury confusion and all kind of other shit. But that came out like that, Miss Singletary, and I just hope that you received it in the way that you needed to. Yeah. When you said sit in the light of God and know that it's happening, that spoke to me. That was my personal message. Oh, Goddess Ra, I'm so happy for that. Oh, love to you, pretty girl progression in Miami. I love that y'all. Okay, I'm not going to read all of these because I don't want to take up too much time, but I'm going to come back and read everything that y'all said in regards to what you took away from this particular broadcast. So I'm going to go get my cards, and I want to read a card that's for, no, I'm going to pull it from my phone. The same deck that I had before, y'all. Again, any questions? Any questions anybody has? Oh, I'm so glad, Life Dance. Spirit is speaking loudly, Angela. You better listen. You better listen, girl. You better listen. Dear God, please allow us to reach the card and the messages we need to hear today. All those that don't want to hear this moment in time. As we fly off into this week, what is the message of the week? Amen. Ashe, man. Ha! Ain't that about a bitch? What did I mean, how many times am I going to say this? Stop clinging to the past. That full moon in Cancer was a big deal. Cancer energy always wants to hold on to the past. It's nostalgic. It's nostalgic. It's nostalgic for everything that just happened. Why? Because I'm not afraid of what just happened. I'm afraid of what's about to happen. So Cancer loves to hold on to what just happened. It's proven its weight. However, how the fuck you gonna go forward if you keep holding on to what just happened? Come on, y'all. Did we not just talk about this? I should have got my glasses. The figure pictured in this card is so preoccupied with clutching her box of memories that she's turned her back on the sparkling champagne glass of blessings available here and now. Did we not just say that about Jupiter going, yo, I got the goodies, y'all bugging. Y'all tripping out. Come on now. Her nostalgia for the past really makes her a blockhead and a beggar beside, as we can see from her patched and ragged clothes. She needn't be a beggar, of course, but she is not available to taste the pleasures that offer themselves in the present. It's time to face up to the fact that the past is gone, y'all. The past is gone. The past Sonia, the past Kim, the past Lovely, the past Yaya, if she's on here, the past Angela, the past Keena. Gone. Gone in the rear view. Gone. How are we going to start something new? How are we going to create this new person that's being developed? How are we going to look to the light even though we don't know? Just look that in direction. It's time to face up to the fact that the past is gone, and any effort to repeat it is a sure way to stay stuck in old blueprints that you would have already outgrown if you hadn't been so busy clinging to what you've already been through. Take a deep breath, everybody. One more time, please. Take a deep breath. Put the box down. Tie it up in a pretty ribbon if you must. Bid it a fond and reverent farewell. Life is passing you by, and you're in danger of becoming an old fossil before your time. Ashe. Ashe to you. Ashe to your parents here or on the other side. Ashe to your offsprings. Ashe to your whole ancestral line. Ashe, ashe, ashe to all that they have brought us to this moment in time and all that they're about to bring us. We thank them. We thank them for the strength. We thank them for the pain. We thank them for the pleasure, for the victories, for the hurt. In the past, we ask in this moment in time that if they are attached by cords, if they are attached in ways in which we cannot find a way to detach them, that we ask our angels and our ancestors and all those that swim around us to detach them in this moment now, to relieve us from all things that are unlike God and that do not serve our highest good from this moment on. I pray this out loud prayer for you and for me. It's time to move forward, y'all. It's time to have that adventure again. It's time to say that made me who I am, and now I have to develop another me. All right? Don't be scared. It's all right. There's at least one person that can hold your hand. All right? Find them, laugh with them, grow with them, cry with them, hug them, and encourage them to find that new right alongside you. All right? And be easy on each other when we slip and we fall and when we don't do as well as we think we should have done and we could do better. Like, be easy on each other when we're finding these new steps. As Mars is going direct and finding this new way to execute. Be easy, because we don't know where we're going. We feel like noodles right now, making the steps, feeling the feelings, trying to figure it out. But none of us know where the fuck we're going. So just be nice. Be kind to one another and be kind to yourself, okay? That's all I got for y'all. I hope this helped. I really, really do. Please invite your friends to check out this channel, to check out what we share. Share it on your socials and all of that shit, okay? And hopefully you'll get that discount reading that I have available in the description box below. Only for January. Jump up on it. You could do it with a friend. Only those that see me on YouTube. You can split it if you want with your friend for that hour, but you both have to be available on Zoom when we do it. All right? All right, baby loves. I got to go. Bye. Love you.